You do.
Yes.
I want to get into everything.
I want to talk about your live podcast.
We'll get into the live stuff.
We'll get live.
Shout out, what?
Body Surf Pod.
Shout out Body Surf Pod, man.
Yeah.
What is the date of our pod?
Oh, yes. True. It's the 25th.
25th of September. Come and see the motherfucking Sausage Boys live at Newtown Hotel. It's happening. Fringe Fest. We're about to get crazy in a live capacity. Someone's probably going to get arrested. I might do some cocaine.
We might come out with fringes, actual fringe haircuts.
That would be so
That would
good.
be really good. We may do that. We're funny like that.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the Sausage Boys pod. We are back in the motherfucking hot seat. This is your host, Jackson Grant, the South Coast poster child, the mannequin from Newtown. As always, we also have here...
Yes, it's the Terry Crews of Sydney.
the steamroller.
Steamroller.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Karim Diallo.
Hello.
Goddamn, how are you, brother?
I'm good. I'm very nice.
We're here with old friend of the show, hilarious guy, great guy. Goes by the name of Tim Renkema.
I don't get a cool nickname.
That's what everyone's saying. I feel like we got to get some cool nicknames for
Some
everyone.
cool nicknames.
Tim-o-matic.
Yeah.
Tim-o-matic I like a lot.
I like the real Tim-o-matic. That guy's cool.
The real Tim-o-matic's great. Tim-o-magi.
Can you dance?
Yeah.
Can you sing?
Yeah.
Can Tim-o-matic sing? I thought he was more of a dancer and then the singing came later.
Maybe. He's a multi-talented individual.
He's a triple threat.
He's a triple threat. He's a classic triple threat, and there aren't many of those.
Wait, what's the triple? What's the third?
Dance,
he's black.
sing.
He can do everything, especially in Australia. He just seems to nail it.
Yeah.
Yeah, damn.
Absolutely nail it. But yeah, what's a good nickname for Tim? It's something involving like Jackson if he grew up in Newtown. If he grew up in St. Peter's rather than moved here later in his life. There's something about you being a hipster, being kind of Jackson's.
Oh, dude.
There's something going on. We went down this rabbit hole.
We don't have to go back down that rabbit hole.
We could go back down the rabbit hole.
Normally when MCs bring me on, they're like, this guy's a real fucking piece of shit. Welcome to the stage. Whatever. I don't even know how to pronounce his last name.
This guy made my wife cheat on me. He kidnapped my son. But he's hilarious. You're going to love him.
This guy actually doesn't know how to swim. Which is, this whole body surf pod thing is actually a lie. And it's really strange that he's running with it.
Someone asked me how good are you at body surfing?
How good are you?
Not great. Like you don't need to be that good.
Sausaging.
Yeah, we're not good at
Do you like a barbecue?
I love a barbecue.
I love a barbecue.
Who doesn't love a BBQ?
I've been getting heaps into lamb chops lately.
With a little bit of rosemary on it?
I just go nothing.
Oh, you just go raw dog?
Maybe a little bit of salt.
You got to go
salt.
Yeah, you got to go salt and pepper, isn't it?
I don't go pepper that much.
You got to get rosemary. Honestly, it just takes it to a different level.
If I was doing a lamb roast, definitely rosemary, garlic.
Nice.
There's something there.
But a lamb chop, it's just so good by itself.
Good by itself.
Yeah.
Are you getting it from like a good kind of, I'm assuming by the looks of you, a real kind of hipster artisanal bakery where they're kind of all grass-fed. The lambs have been like massaged. And
What about a butcher?
Lambs don't have much of an opportunity to eat. Like you kill them pretty quickly.
Dang.
So
What about a butcher where all the animals are being jerked off?
do you think you could taste that? Like this lamb tastes like he was fulfilled.
yeah.
He was satisfied.
It's like the Kobe beef. What are they? They're massaged and they listen to classical music.
Yeah.
These lambs have just been shown pornography and jerked off.
That's actually sad to think about. Most of the animals we eat, they're like separated and da-da-da-da. They're all probably virgins. Most of the animals we're eating didn't just get murdered and killed, but they were also denied sex their whole life.
Oh, interesting. Gosh, wait, so how you mentioned that lambs technically don't have like a long life.
I'm not sure how they time it out, but yeah, they're good because it's the same with veal, I'm guessing. Like, you got to get them young.
Oh, the veal one. You're getting the veal young, aren't you? I think that's why a lot of people don't eat veal.
A lot of people are against veal, but lamb's is the same, yeah?
Really?
Isn't it? Lamb's young.
And they're cuter.
Yeah.
Lambs are way cute. I don't know what a veal looks
A
like.
little cow's pretty cute.
Oh, it's a little
yeah.
cow. Oh, really? They're all pretty cute at the end of the day.
Chickens are ugly. Fish are ugly.
Yeah, you're right. They are very ugly.
True.
Cows are very cute and funny. So are lamb.
Cows are funny. Cows are funny. Sheep are funny. What
sheep
else?
are very
do we eat?
funny.
Goat. The goat.
Goats are hilarious. Oh, they can be. They go back and forth. I think goats.
Goats aren't really cute, are they? They're kind of weird looking. They got eyes on the side of the head.
Yes, they look like a weird old man. So I think people are happy to kill a goat.
You ever eaten a bit of goat?
I don't think I've had any goat actually.
Pretty good.
Goat. I don't think I've had goat either.
Normally, like in a stew, I think you got to slow cook
A goat
Oh,
stew.
lamb. Oh no, wait, that's lamb.
I've had goat. No, I've had like a slow cooked lamb. Yeah, definitely.
No, I think in a lot of Indian food there's lamb, right? Yeah, I'm sure I would have eaten it. I don't know what's wrong with me today, guys. What? Yeah. So
Curried goat, is that a thing?
Yeah,
like a
for
curried
sure.
goat? That's
Yeah,
like a
yeah.
Jamaican thing, isn't it?
I don't know about Jamaica.
Curried goat. I know Jamaicans eat a lot of goat.
Jamaican me hungry.
You're making me very hungry here. We're going into like a little bit of a conversation about meats.
I posted an Instagram story today of my breakfast. It was just a blueberry muffin with a Red Bull.
Oh, that's horrible.
My cousin, who's a very good chef, messaged me and he's like, "Hey man, we should do a cooking podcast." Ooh. I was like, "I think there's enough podcasts out there, bro."
Yeah, cooking podcast. What am I going to do? Like, I enjoy body surfing. What am I going to do? Have a podcast
if you
about
could
it?
see,
What am I, some
if you could
maniac?
see or smell what we're doing right now, you would be salivating. But
Yes.
unfortunately, this is only audio.
he's like, I love to do cooking. I'm not very good at it, and you're like, that's fine. Before we get too far into the show, do you want to plug your
Yes, get a little bit of a plug in.
So yeah, I'm just coming down off a big bender, really. We did 3 shows at the Sydney Fringe Festival. Yeah, the boys went pretty well. We were also at the Newtown Hotel, but in a couple of weeks we're doing a live body surf podcast. So that's going to be on the 16th of September.
So soon.
Yeah,
This is like,
yeah. So
wow.
that's only a few days away, really, isn't it?
But basically.
And then the next day is a big body surf competition at Maroubra. That's the 17th of September. That's the Australian Body Surfing Classic at Maroubra Beach. Yeah.
Wow. And you commentating it?
I'm going to jump on a mic and I'm going to be like the colour commentator. There's already a head commentator. His name's Belly Slater.
Oh, great.
And he's like a folklore, you know, he's like a real legend in the body surfing community.
Yeah.
So
damn, I wish your nickname could be Belly Slater.
Belly
God
Slater
damn
is
it.
so good.
So I grew up playing a lot of Tony Hawk and Kelly Slater Pro Surfer, and you could do a kickflip on a wave.
What about laying on your body beachly? I think that's all right.
Yeah.
That's all right. That could be.
We've always had this idea of doing a bit of stand-up, but it's all observations about body surfing. So
Nice.
It's like, you ever notice people in wetsuits, they swim like this, and people in Speedos, they swim like this? Alan Fang, who you've had on the show, haven't you?
yeah.
He actually did a body surfing joke at Crown Comedy one night.
Get off my fucking show.
What was it? What was his joke?
Well, I've got a joke about body shaming, and he was trying to rewrite my joke, and he's like, "Why don't you make it about body surfing?" And then one night he just did the joke.
Oh, that's so funny.
He recorded it, and we played it on the Body Surf podcast.
Oh, he's been on as a guest.
Well, no, we just played the clip of him doing stand-up.
yeah.
But the joke was, and I'll try and do a Fang impression, but
No, good.
It might be a bit racist, actually.
Yeah,
But he was like, body shaming. Everyone's talking about body shaming. Everyone's body shaming. You know, you can't body shame. What about body surfing? And then he just did the little swimming
That's
thing.
great.
Got a huge fucking laugh over at Crown Comedy.
I love his style.
Oh,
That's
yeah, he's the
perfect.
Were you a
It's
little
It's
bit
so
bummed
funny.
out by that? Or were you fine by that?
No, I was up the back absolutely killing myself. And I went up to him straight away. I'm like, please let me know if you recorded that because we'll play that on the podcast.
Please.
Yeah.
Let me steal that joke. It's actually funny as you were coming here. So I sent you a message and it was like, you know, if someone's coming, you're like, oh, I'm just gonna be at the shops quickly. I'll be right back.
Classic
kind
one.
of thing.
Classic one.
So I was just like, I messaged you. I was like, I'm just jumping in the shower, but don't worry, I'll be out by the time you get here.
Yeah.
So it wasn't even like I was saying like I'm gonna be in the. There was no need to tell you that. I just told you that I was having a shower.
You could have just said, like, by the way, I may be wet when you get here.
It was just like, after I did it, I was thinking about it. I was like, he's going to think that I just wanted him to know that I was wet and naked.
You just wanted to give me that sweet, sweet visual.
Yeah, damn.
Yeah, by the way, I'm going to be naked for a little bit.
Yeah, your live show, that's going to be crazy, man.
Yeah, we haven't planned too much. I've been quite busy with the Yeah the Boys show, and I had a lot of ambition for it. And then after seeing the venue, I was like, oh, we might have to rein it in a bit. You know, I wanted a house band.
Wow.
I wanted an announcer.
Wow,
I
so do
wanted,
we.
like, you know, some big dog to come and headline it. But then I'm
Wow.
like, oh, maybe we should just talk a bit about body surfing. That's what the people really want.
Well, just let us know if you still need the big dog.
Dang, so you're not going to do that. This venue, so you had Yeah the Boys at the same venue, you're going to be having the live show, and it's the same venue we're going to be having our live show.
Yeah. Are you doing any comedy or just the podcast?
We're going to have... hello.
Are people going to be laughing, or are you just doing the podcast? We're going to have some comedy spliced in there.
Oh, yeah?
Some stand-up, yeah.
Oh, cool. Like you guys?
No, I think you might do something.
We're still working on it. I don't want to give away too much. We got 2 special guests who I think we're actually fine to announce.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's announce them. We want more people to come. We want people to come. We're going to be having...
The fantastic Lachlan McAllister.
Yeah. Fan favorite.
Yes.
And also the fantastic Riv Narak.
Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen.
2 of the funniest men in Sydney right now.
They some funny motherfuckers.
Some funny boys.
Are you guys going to do like bumping mics or something?
Maybe. I don't know what that is.
I don't know if we'll do a bumping mics thing. I don't know.
In the last episode I was on, you guys bumped mics.
I think we may have bumped mics.
Is that where we
Yeah.
get up and we
do kind of
Together,
funny stuff
yeah.
together?
We could do that.
We could do that. I don't know how comfortable I am with being funny on a stage.
I don't know.
Forced. We may just be forced into it. We could probably we're going to be sitting down probably most of the time.
Yeah.
Maybe bumping mics sitting down.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
It must be hard for you guys because, like, I've got the Body Surf podcast. We can just talk about the water. We can just talk about surf conditions. We can just talk about, like, what way the wind's going.
Right.
And the audience are going to lap it up. You guys, like, your show, there's what is this show?
What is this show?
It's
Are we gonna have an existential crisis right now? I don't actually know what this is or what I'm even doing.
Yeah, what is this show? Like, look
is
around,
this?
man. Is this room even?
Yeah.
This is where you realize it's just like Karim isn't there. It's well, we started as like a.
We're a
I guess,
cultural
like,
podcast.
Culture and philosophy. We're talking
Philosophy.
about. Yeah.
We take deep dives into the culture. We don't really do too much of that. We've become more of an interview
We've
comedians show.
Yeah, we've somehow got more immature and less smart.
Yeah.
Somehow over time, but basically, it's so funny actually to think someone jumping in now and listening from episode 1, where we're talking about things like we're coming in and we're talking about like religion, like reading this book on Judaism, and we get into that.
Yes,
and then
yes.
it comes to now, and we're just like, what even is this? No, we still do like touching on that. Really, we get into people's life story and stuff. And
Are you Jewish?
No.
Yeah,
No,
if I
but-
was, he'd be really successful in the entertainment industry.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the kind of jokes we make now, folks.
Yeah, no.
Anti-Semitic ones.
Have you guys been getting up much at open mics and stuff?
No.
You got up actually in a pretty big.
Oh yeah, we
situation.
also shared a stage, not on the same night, but
Yes.
we both are open for Mark Pittman.
Has Mark Pittman done this podcast?
Mark Pittman has not.
No, he's
I was
going to
say we should have tried to get him on tonight. That would have been
You want
fun.
to call him up?
Well, yeah, actually, we do have to get him on. It's always just been a scheduling thing. He's got kids, he's got work, and he lives in Newcastle or something.
Newcastle.
north,
Wow.
yeah.
I didn't know
Yeah.
we had kids.
Yeah, he's got chilling.
He's got a few. I think he just had another one.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, but we both opened. You opened the Wednesday headline show.
Yeah.
And I opened the Friday. And it was good fun.
Yeah, really, really fun. I kept being told over and over again, you've got to go short. You can't go over 4 or 5 minutes. and then the person before Mark really went over. So we were already running.
You had
the show.
multiple. You had two people on
So
that
the
night.
actual
The show before Mark
Oh,
went
the
over.
show.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Luckily, Mark wasn't filming that night, and it was like a good run through for both of us. And then you obviously opened on the night which he recorded, and it sounded like everything went really smoothly.
Packed room. The dude got out on time.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we're talking. This guy was running like 20 minutes over with his show, something like that.
Oh, wow.
So it messed these guys up because they've got a deadline as well. So what they meant to do, like push it back, because the fringe shows are like back-to-back shows.
Wow.
So you want to get in and out. But yeah. So that started on time. It was
How did your set go?
great?
Killed.
Great. It was like whatever. It was fine. It did good. It was like a packed out room, like 70 people.
There was a lot of this going on.
Yeah, nice.
There's a lot of that going on.
Yeah.
What was your opening joke?
Share a little bit with the people. I
What
want them
was
to
the
really
opening joke?
feel like they were there.
I go, I'm not paranoid, but you guys probably think I am. It's nice. It's a good way. It was like kind of like trickle laughing, and people warmed up very quickly. It's like such a cute way to start the show.
Yeah, I always worry about like your opening joke. Like I feel like I'm very unlikable on stage, so I always try and open with something a bit cute.
What was your opening joke?
I've been opening with this real silly joke where I'm like, hey, this is a great gig. I'm so happy to be here. Not all the gigs are as good as this. I recently did a gig at a bee farm. I was at a charity event for a bee farm, and my opening joke at the bee farm was, it's good to be here. Huge fucking laughs over at the bee farm. And my mate came and saw me do stand-up recently, and he's like rewritten the whole joke for me. But it's just
Thank you, Alan Fang. He's like, what about if you're at a body surf farm?
What if you do a little bit of a hand gesture and pretend to be a bee on stage?
Yeah.
But it's just such a stupid, silly joke, and then I can go into dark stuff or whatever, and I can lose the audience by being mean and rude, and I don't know. I'm probably going to cut that joke.
I kind of like it. It's nice and silly and fun. Did it get a good response?
It gets like a groan. It gets like a, that's cute, but get on with it sort of thing.
Right.
My whole thing with this was cut out the dirtiness or whatever, because I didn't know what the audience was going to be like, so I just made it as family friendly as I know how to, with the jokes that are still funny. And yeah, it went all right. Yeah, it went all right.
The last night of the Boys, which was actually last night, I invited a lot of family and friends to come.
Nice.
And I sort of had to change my act a little bit for them.
It's awkward. You don't want to be saying that stuff.
Yeah. It's funny, I did like 2 spots before, and I just could do whatever I wanted. And then when they came up, I'm like, I've only got like 3 minutes now.
Oh, wow.
But it was all right. So, but I had like my mum, my dad, my uncle, my auntie, and then my girlfriend's 2 brothers and her dad.
Whoa.
Plus,
big.
Plus 2 mates
turnout.
from TAFE, and then 2 mates that did some community radio stuff with me. So it was a hot little room. Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, sick.
The clean stuff went nice?
I didn't go too clean,
Yeah.
but I've got a lot of material about like mental health, and also like material about my parents, and I didn't really want to do that in front of them. I've done it in front of my sister; she loves it.
Yeah. But they could probably get a bit awkward and start.
Yeah, I just don't.
potentially.
I don't think it's not about the joke being bad. It's more I don't want to just let them into my brain. I don't want them to know how I think. So that's why I sort of just did some, political stuff and some bee farm stuff and some body surf stuff.
Because you don't want your parents to use your emotions against you. They're like, he feels that way about us. Let's just kind of try to manipulate him. Let's try to get inside our son's head a little bit. Let's try to mess with him a little bit.
I think that's like they do that in the adolescent stages. Yeah.
Yeah. They're trying to figure out what's going on.
So they can abuse it.
So they can abuse you emotionally.
That's why parents, if they sit down with you and just what's going on? Are you going all right? No? Really? What's happening? Someone picking on you at school? Yeah, it's wild to have. I like even telling my, like my dad jokes or something like that, like jokes to my dad that involve him.
Oh man! But he told him the UFC one.
Yeah. So I got a joke.
Say it.
I got a joke, and it's like, when I was a kid, I walked in on my dad watching gay porn. Okay, it wasn't actually gay porn; it was the UFC.
He's like, Jackson, why is that funny? That's just real life.
But he was masturbating to it, and
good.
And it goes all right. I told my dad that, and he like laughed so much. And he was like, I didn't know you saw me. So I'm like, you're great. He's great.
He's in on it.
He's a great sport.
I've never seen you do many jokes.
Oh.
Like you get up and improvise a lot. Every time I see you.
Dang, we're getting shots. I wish we had a gunshot sound. I like this.
No, I'm not having a go.
You haven't.
Every time I've seen you do comedy, and it's never been a booked room or anything. It's normally an open mic. Well, no, it's just because we've never been booked on the same lineup.
Yeah.
I'm not being sassy.
Which
really
makes it worse.
Yeah, you just haven't been doing jokes.
Generally,
and you're not getting up at proper rooms. Like it's obviously
you
just
do
open
like
mic.
this sort of institutional critique about open mics and comedy and like how pointless it is and stuff.
Oh, you must be thinking about someone else.
Yeah, that's not me.
Are you sure?
I've gotten up anytime I haven't done. My whole thing is like one-liners. I'm trying to work on that. And anytime I've strayed from that, I'll be doing longer kind of bits. But I haven't worked out how to do longer bits. But
I like this. I like this attack, but I don't think that was Jackson. That must be someone else.
that wasn't you. Oh, sorry, man.
Wait.
Just aren't very memorable.
All right. Was there a night where you were watching? I did a gig at Camellia, and you were there just watching, and then we went and did Crown.
No.
I'm thinking of someone else.
No, but then we went to that gay brothel together
Yeah.
afterwards, and that was definitely you.
And we had a shower together.
Yeah, we had a shower together. We joked each other off.
Also, I was listening back to our last podcast last time.
yeah.
I was very homophobic.
I was very homophobic.
Was it?
Yeah, apologies.
Yeah.
Oh, you were being homophobic.
Yeah.
Really?
I think I think
You think you
I
are?
am.
I'm pretty homophobic, yeah.
I'm liking this heel turn you've made. You've almost done what you do on stage in this podcast. You've come into this fun little guy who's got these shows going on, doing B jokes, and suddenly like, what's up with Jackson? He just doesn't tell jokes on stage.
Like, you guys suck and I don't like gay people.
Yeah. You're a hack, and I'm about to say the F word. Luckily, Chris Knight came on a few weeks later and cleaned everything up for me.
Yeah, Chris is a lord. Oh, we're going to be doing Comic Sans together.
Oh, sick. A huge lineup. Gary Eck?
Yeah, I don't know.
I
don't know them boys.
Gary Eck's a
Eck.
big dog. I swear, I think he has like a writing credit on Finding Nemo.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
You might have to look that up, otherwise I'm going to sound like an idiot if I'm wrong.
Hey, my band just got 2 more followers.
Oh, hell
All
yes.
right.
Nice.
Yeah, here we go. Nice.
Shout out.
Gary.
My band Airheart song coming out this Friday. 2 days time.
There he is.
Oh, and Henry Zoo started following my personal page.
That's a big get.
What am I even looking at here? All right, here we go.
Gary Eck, we're looking for.
Gary
Yeah,
Eck.
with Gary
and
Eck.
Andrew Barnett, who's on the Matty Johns show on
Oh,
Fox
wow.
Sports. Yeah.
Goodness gracious.
So he's a big dog as well. I'm really keen to meet those
It's gonna be a
guys.
so who's in this lineup? This is Comic Sans, a comedy show at Bondi.
Cronulla.
Oh, Cronulla, right.
You know what's so great about it? It's these big boys in here, and I'm like, hell yeah, me and my friends are doing this thing. It's Gavin Scott and Chris Knight and Tim. I've tagged you 3. And then I didn't even notice that these guys are big dogs.
You got to start networking, baby.
You'd be like, who's Carl Barron?
Yeah.
Apparently, I'm on a show with him.
Yeah.
I haven't heard of that guy.
We should also talk about Roast Battle because I didn't get to experience because I was sort of hiding in the bathroom the whole time.
Yeah. God, it's nerve-wracking. But yeah, we did do the roast battle together. So there was 3 acts that night.
But I heard the guy you roasted was just being really silly.
Yes, he was doing some form of poem. Oh, actually, no. What was he doing? Harmonica sort of act.
Because I'm a big fan of comedy and I'm a big fan of celebrity roasts and roast battles, and I was so scared of doing one because I wanted to do the best job I possibly could do.
This is your first roast,
Yeah,
and who were you up against?
I was up against Seizure Kaiser.
Wow, so
Yeah.
a big dog.
Yeah.
Your first roast ever.
Yeah.
You're going basically up against a guy who's running.
So I wanted to put like a lot of effort into writing, the same way you would if you were doing a roast battle on TV or a celebrity roast or whatever. So I took like 2 weeks to just really write it. I got a lot of help from other comedians.
Good.
But I did it in character.
Oh,
So-
okay. What was the character?
Well, I dressed
Seizure
up as
Kaiser.
Seizure.
Oh, dang. Did you do the bags under your eyes? Oh, no, we're not pointing that out. I don't know. Hey.
Seizure, who's been doing a lot of stuff with Sydney Fringe, has had like a really bad flare-up of allergies, and his eyes have gotten really baggy and dark and
Right.
puffy at the
I
moment.
saw he had an eye patch.
Yeah, he had an eye patch on the other night.
dang.
Yeah, he's not doing well.
Right.
So thoughts and prayers with Seizure Kaiser. But yeah, I roasted the shit out of him. It was a lot of fun.
You won?
I did. We went into extra time, which I think yours did as well, didn't it? Or
No.
you just smashed him.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
The dude I versed was an actor primarily, and I don't think he knew really what he was in for.
I always think this was actors. Like, can't actors just act like a comedian, or can't they just act like a normal person?
Well,
I think if you don't know what a roast is, it's hard though. I feel he hadn't done any research.
But even when I see people like accept awards, they're being actors. They're not being real humans.
Yeah,
Right.
this is the Amber Heard and Johnny Depp
Yeah,
thing. It's like, I don't know who
that
to
was
believe.
so full on, and everything like the way they just spoke was so fake and phony. But they're two of the best actors going around.
It was
Just act like a normal person for 5 minutes.
Well, yeah, talking to some people, they were saying the thing with like acting, you have to disengage from the world around you to like present a character. Like you're projecting a false reality into the real world, whereas comedy is hyper aware.
Right.
And hyper, like writing this thing if something happens over here. Like it's awkward if someone's doing stand-up, someone heckles and they don't say anything. You kind of have to address that and be like, no, I'm riding this wave of reality versus someone ignoring that. Plus, yeah, you just didn't know what the deal with the roast was. So, yeah. But
Was it fun?
yeah, I would have won regardless.
It went
If it
really
was-
nice.
if it was
I
coming
listened
with
back
heat-
to it. All the
Okay.
jokes hit
Yeah,
hard.
yeah, good.
Unfortunately, everyone kind of basically booed at the other guy's jokes, but each one of yours hit hard. With the whole room, with the judges, the jokes. At the end of the day, you got to get funny jokes out that people ate up.
But that was annoying because, yeah, whatever. No, it wasn't annoying. It was good.
How many roasts have you done?
2.
How did yours go with Seizure? What do you want to kind of spill any jokes, any great ones that you had for him?
I'll post some stuff soon. I filmed it and I got
Great.
Chris Knight actually captioned it for me, so it looks really nice.
Wow.
Because Seizure will put it up, but he'll put it up like in a few years.
Literally, I've only just started seeing Lachlan McAllister and
Yeah.
Adam Grabsch, which was done, I don't know, like a year and a half or 2 years
But that's
ago.
to encourage people to come and watch it live, I think.
Right.
So, yeah, I'll put a bit of stuff up soon. Yeah, it was fun going out, I think, because I did face paint.
Yeah.
Oh.
So it was...
Wait, face paint, what are we talking about?
a lot of
What did you
people...
do?
Yeah, when I told them I do face paint, they're like, you did black
You went
face?"
black
But I did like
I
white.
went in bag face.
I did white face. Seizure used to do a character called Super Villain, where he would wear kind of like Joker makeup as black and white makeup.
It's like what El Chador or something.
Right,
The
clown.
Mexican wrestlers.
Yeah.
Or something? Or
And
was
then
it
he'd
like
go
a
to
juggalo?
the Ivy and grope women, and no one would be able to describe him
Why?
because he quickly took the makeup off after he groped enough women.
So I got a huge reaction coming out in character.
Yeah, from the people who knew that Seizure used to do this.
Well,
character.
even the people that didn't like know that Seizure did it, I think it was just like, oh my gosh, what's happening? This
Yeah,
is so full on. But then Anthony Skinner, who was one of the judges, did explain Seizure used to do this
good.
10 years ago and it was fucking lame.
right,
And
yeah,
then,
yeah.
so it was sort of weird because I did have that disconnect of like, it's not Tim doing a roast. It's like Tim doing a character doing a roast.
You're Bono with the glasses
Yeah.
on. You're yeah.
But I think I had pretty strong jokes. I think 2 or 3 maybe didn't really land. But also, Seizure did a lot of stuff about how I look and also the fact that I'm like apparently a pedophile.
Well, that's just the go-to move.
Yeah, that's interesting.
But because I had the face makeup on, I didn't look like me.
of course not. Yeah,
So it didn't really work.
that's such a shame. Yeah.
That's a good move. That's a very.
So I didn't have glasses on. The moustache was kind of white or like face painted up. So
That's why when I go to primary schools, I also go in makeup because like, would a pedophile be here in clown makeup?
Yeah.
But dang, what was your favourite joke, do you think, that you hit him with? Or which got the best response, if you are comfortable with having it?
My favourite joke was... I'm going to try and not butcher this, all right? Seizure looks like a vampire, but instead of sucking blood, he just sucks.
Good.
Yeah.
That's great. I like that a lot.
That was my favourite.
That's really nice.
Yeah.
That's very nice.
That was a fun night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You watched it as well?
Yeah, but I was like in a...
Oh, you were on Cloud 9.
Well, not even on Cloud 9. You're just buzzing after
It's a
that.
different
It's
energy.
wild,
Like even last night, I emceed a gig and it was nice and fun. But like afterwards, we just hung out and everything was normal. But after roast battle, I did feel like, oh man, I'm coming down from this. Like it's a different sort of energy in that room.
Yeah.
It's really fun. But I don't think I'll do another one.
Why?
They're scary. They're real scary.
Scary in terms of just this big audience. This big
just
thing.
nerve-wracking, but
Yeah.
also you put a lot of time and effort into it, and you put a lot of yourself into it as well. And you're up there as well, and you're very vulnerable, and they can say whatever they want about you, and that's daunting.
Did he hit any soft spots?
No.
Well, he called me a pedophile.
Yeah, again, it wasn't a soft
Yeah.
spot.
You can't get done for defamation if it's true. So, and it's weird because he's dating someone that's like much younger than my partner.
Let's spill the tea. Let's spill the tea.
And my friend Finn Padman, who's been on this show as well,
Yes.
Shout out to
he
Finn.
was like, "You should have gone harder with pedophile stuff on him," and I was
Yeah.
like, "I didn't even know that he was a pedophile."
let's put all the roasts aside. How old is she?
She's older than
25,
Oh, come on.
but Seizure's like 58.
Is she actually 25?
Yeah,
That's old.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, 25 is crazy.
Well, I'm
That's-
32 and I'm dating a 28-year-old,
That's fine.
and then I was called a pedophile.
Oh, for dating a 28-year-old. I think the pedophile angle would come in if you're over 30, maybe 19.
Oh yeah,
19 or 20. That starts to become a little bit pedophile-y.
I couldn't imagine dating someone that young. Like you'd be like referencing The Simpsons. They're like, "What's that?
Like, who's the Simpson? Yeah,
Yeah.
what's that? It does become scary. Like, even just those relationships that are from almost different generations.
Yeah.
The old grandparents, like, oh, yeah, we're 15 years apart.
Yeah,
Stuff
it's
like
okay
that.
with younger comedian friends because like it seems like I'm really wise. Like I have all this knowledge, and they're like, "Oh, you know what? Who's Matt Groening? Oh, yeah, that sounds."
Comedians as well are usually pretty switched on.
Yeah,
like
true.
if anyone's watching old episodes, Huey Phillips may as well be like 45.
But he doesn't watch The Simpsons.
Really? How do you watch? He would understand what it is though.
I don't think he likes The Simpsons. Yeah,
Really? But he would have his reasons.
like it.
Yeah, I don't really like it.
But when you like if you're dating someone younger and you're like, oh yeah, in the old days, comedy, Lenny Bruce, like they do not give a fuck. But like young comedians, like, oh, this guy's so smart.
Yeah.
But it's like I just watched a lot of specials and listened to a lot of albums. But it's so boring to the general public. But young up and comers like that sort of shit.
How is it with your partner now?
Well, we met at a comedy room.
Is she a comedian?
So we met. No, she's a nurse, but we met at Canteen Comedy. I was doing a
Wow.
spot there,
Yeah.
and I did all right. It was a pretty rough crowd, and not many people were doing well. And I came out first out of the bracket, did pretty well, and then Cam Duggan headlined and
Oh wow.
killed, like crushed,
Wow.
did really well. And then we were just hanging out, and we met, and the rest is history. But then Cam Duggan was kind of like my wingman for the night, and I'm a huge fan of Cam Duggan. I'm like, I'm not sure what I'm more.
He's from the Mug Off, isn't he?
Yeah. So I was like, I'm not sure what I'm more excited about, like getting hit on by like a beautiful woman or like getting wingmanned by Cam Duggan.
Dang, that's pretty cool. That's actually very cool. And he could have taken her potentially.
So we went and saw his solo show like a few weeks later. I was like, hey, thanks for helping out.
Oh, that's kind of cute.
How did it go down specifically? She comes up to you, or he's kind of like, hey, dude, I saw you looking at her. I can help you with this one.
No, well, her friend came over and was like, hey, because I don't know what material I was doing back then, because now I do some weird stuff and I talk about relationships and whatever, and some dark things as well. But I must have done a really cute, clean set, and then I do a lot of lookalike jokes, so I think she liked those, and then she just said like, hey, her friend came over and asked if I was single and if I'd like to like be introduced to her.
My friend really likes you, so you got pulled with one of those.
Yeah.
Hey, my friend kind of thinks you're cute.
Yeah.
My friend thinks you look like someone she could be dating.
Yeah.
And did you look over and she was like behind a bush, like?
It really was that. I've got a photo of like that night, and it's like my favorite photo ever of her.
Her going, stop.
But also, like,
It was from an aerial point of view. She was sitting on a toilet.
There's a lot of like greenery around the lens. But like, I don't drink, so, and she was having a few, and because we were doing comedy, like we get free drinks and stuff, so I was just giving her free drinks, and then she got pretty smashed, so I had to sort of look after her that night. But
she passed out.
Yeah.
No.
This is a cute story.
It's a cute story.
Yeah, don't give Seizure any more ammo, you know.
Do you think if you didn't do all right that night, things would have turned out different? If you bombed,
There was so many things that had to fall in place for it all to happen.
Wow.
Not only
That's
like
beautiful.
she had just started getting into going to see comedy, so this was like the third show she had gone to on like a Saturday night.
Oh.
So everything had to line up for her to be there.
Yeah.
They came late as well. They had dinner before came late, but they had gone to a few other gigs previously, and it was just lucky I was on this lineup. I think I got a late call in anyways, and wasn't really meant to be on the lineup, but then got everything just fell into place.
Yeah, damn.
I'm not sure if you're a cosmosy kind of person.
that's
or
beautiful.
Because,
what,
also
but,
in 2001, you were actually meant to have a meeting in the World Trade Center. You slept in, so obviously you didn't die. And
Seth MacFarlane, that's his big story.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson was meant to be on the plane.
Yeah. Oh, no. He was meant to go into the World Trade Center.
Oh, yeah. But
He
he
had a
died
meeting.
like a few years later anyways.
Yeah, that's true. But I know he had a meeting or something. I literally saw it on Twitter.
Same with Ian Thorpe as well, I think was meant to
Really?
be there.
Gosh.
We could just be naming anyone.
Let's just
keep going.
Avril Lavigne
Yeah.
was skater boying down.
Louis C.K. actually had like a writing gig.
We add up everyone that was meant to be on there. It's like 2,000 people. How big was that plane? What was it gonna? Yeah. Mark Wahlberg said he. Did you guys hear about this?
No, what's this?
Wahlberg said if he was on the plane, he would
Oh,
have
that one.
He would have taken them out.
Yeah.
Which is the funniest thing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fight these fucking terrorists. I said, hey buddy, get off this plane. We're landing safely. Is this a good Mark Wahlberg impression? I feel like it's bad.
That's all right. I don't think it's too bad. I think it's just been done before.
Yeah, it's like that Andy Samberg one when he's talking to animals. Have you seen that?
No.
Oh, hey. Yeah. Is this an old story? Am I just finding out?
I think it's an old story. The Mark Wahlberg said
What,
he would have done
9/11?
that.
Yeah, pretty old.
And every podcast did like the Mark Wahlberg impression, saying, "I'm gonna."
How do you feel about like 9/11 jokes? Because like a lot of people died, and it's very sad, but everyone jokes about it.
What are your thoughts on tragedies?
Well-
I think it spans over into like tragedies. Can you joke about tragedies?
I always think about Jewish people and how they sort of joke about the Holocaust.
Yes.
It's definitely like a coping mechanism. But also they get into a lot of crap. Like the show Hogan's Heroes was like not well received because they're like, how can you make fun of like a POW camp? Like a Nazi Germany POW.
Interesting.
But then also Mel Brooks did a lot of stuff like, and Charlie Chaplin did a lot of stuff like dressing up as Hitler and all that sort of stuff. Now everyone does it. Now everyone does Hitler in movies and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But like, back in the day, it would have been very close to home for a lot of these guys.
Too soon.
Yeah.
I think there's a big part of it that's like, although it affected certain people specifically, I don't think we take for granted how sensitive the general population is. So it's like I'm not trying to say it's equal, but it is sensitive for everyone. It's like an insurmountable point of pain for everyone. Do you know what I mean? So it's like something like 9/11, you can joke about it because it's sick for everyone. No one's actually like, this is awesome.
Yeah. Oh, here we go.
Yeah, Tim is.
But also some people do have a real close connection to it.
Absolutely. But you just got to hope they're not in the room.
Yeah.
Really, that's what it comes down to. And I mean, it's hard when you're doing something like this because you're broadcasting it. But really, I'm just trying to
Do you know
make you guys laugh in the room.
Do you know Simon Kennedy?
No.
He's a big dog comedian. His parents, I believe, died in 9/11.
Wow.
He's a comedian from Australia, Sydney. Yeah.
And his parents were just like Australians over there for business.
Overseas
Yeah.
traveling, I think. Yeah, so
Damn.
and he I don't know if he talks
Seth
about it.
MacFarlane was like, "Hey, I got a free ticket on this flight."
Oh. He put it up on like buy swap sell. Someone would have done that. Like someone would have been like, "Hey, do you want this ticket?" and given it to someone.
Do you think he has jokes about it? Or
No,
does he have
I think
jokes
he's
about it?
spoken about it on radio and TV. I don't think he talks about it too much in his act.
Wow. Because it's too
It
close.
beats so hard, yeah.
Because I know, like, it is just a classic thing of I'm going to talk about this thing because it's horrible. I'm going to find the comedy in it. Do you know what I mean? I think I think with any sort of tragedy, it's purposeful.
Who was the first person to make a 9/11 joke?
Apparently, there were comedians in New York that were doing it like literally the day after.
In the rubble.
Yeah, like it was straight after. I think it was in the comedy rooms where people were kind of going back, making jokes about it, like straight away, and it actually really helped.
'Cause a lot of the late night shows that film in New York like took a couple of weeks off, and Letterman came back and sort of dealt with it in his own way. But it took a while to get the momentum back to start doing comedy again. But yeah.
But I've heard, that's the classic idea that's where the comedians were so important because the shows would come back, they would make jokes about it, and the crowd would laugh harder than they ever had before because you went through something very real. To be able to actually not even make light of it, but to address it and find the funny in the horrible thing is...
It's why like crowd work and callbacks work so well because like everyone's in on the joke.
Yes. Yeah, complete. Especially, when you are in New York doing comedy band, we all went through this.
Yeah.
We can all make this joke together. I think, it is tricky when there is someone, let's say, from LA or something who's just come in and they're making jokes. And it's like, dude, are you kidding me? It's tricky because it's the whole idea of you can make it if you were affected by it.
What about something like I've never been to New York before, and they get there like 2 days after, and they're like, "Is this what it's like all the time?"
It's a real shithole.
So this is a really funny 9/11 joke. Wow. Is that new? That's really great.
Can I tell you my 9/11 joke?
Let's hear it.
Do you think they're fine?
I've got
one in the back.
I've never really done this. So
No, do it.
You know, I went to get some petrol the other day. I filled up my car and grabbed a drink. I went to 7-Eleven and I went in there and it was such a joke. Like there was no one behind the counter. There was a guy doing stock take. There was a guy on his mobile phone, but no one was serving me. 7-Eleven, more like 9/11 because it's a disaster in there.
Great. Great. I like that a lot. Thank you. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah. And also that nothing. Yeah.
Nothing.
Nothing. I like the idea. Do you have any controversial jokes, or you've had any? About tragedies?
I've had a few jokes about just wheelchairs, and just saying the word wheelchair gets a groan, even if it's not really that offensive.
I saved a man's life in a wheel.
They're probably just upset about the ramp tax.
But the ramp tax.
That's plaguing.
We need to install more profitable chairs or stairs or whatever. Sorry, I fucked that up.
This has been a really good, like, clean, fun episode. I don't want to even take it there.
I know it has. We haven't really taken it anywhere too naughty.
But I did a joke about a wheelchair thing the other night. I was doing a gig and it was at like a brewery, but we were performing in like the driveway of the brewery. So there was like 10 meters between the performers and the audience. So you couldn't hear the laughs, but they were there. We just couldn't really hear it, so no one knew if we were doing all right, but we did okay. I did a wheelchair joke and I got off stage and the next performer went on, and a second later a guy in a wheelchair just starts hooking up the driveway, but he detoured and got a pizza. He didn't hear the joke. But I've asked people if the joke's okay to do. I won't do it here, I'll tell you off air. Like a lot of people said that's fine.
But you're not sure about it.
I just think if someone was in the audience in a wheelchair, it could be a bit touchy. But I've heard people do blind jokes when there's been people with seeing eye dogs in the crowd.
I've heard people do deaf jokes and they never seem to get upset at a comedy show.
I've had people do blind jokes, but they could never see the punchline coming.
Yeah.
Hello. Hello. I heard some wheelchair jokes that were really bad.
Did you come up with that? That's fair.
I love that you're like, is that yours?
Is that yours?
That's really good.
That was actually me. That's from up here.
You might have to, if next time you open for Mark Pittman, you can use that one.
That's a really good.
Yeah, it's true. There's a joke on Family Guy where they're like rushing into this house, and as they get to, are you familiar with Family Guy?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. As they get to there's like 3 steps in front of the house, and they all run up, and then Joe's the last one, and he goes, "My old nemesis."
So that's so funny that like Family Guy is a cartoon, so they can do anything.
Yeah, of
but
course.
like, there's a lot of cartoons getting in trouble that have voice actors that are white and doing like Asian or black characters and stuff like that.
I got one.
You got
but,
one?
Yeah, please.
But
go
what
on.
if like the guy who does Joe's voice is in a wheelchair? That's totally fine.
That's true.
Yeah, it's like
That's very true.
what, Putty from
Yeah, from
Seinfeld?
Seinfeld.
Oh yeah! Wow.
Great voice,
Great voice. He's in the Emperor's New Groove,
which is
as
crazy
well.
because that's so old.
And I know.
And that dude seems pretty like young. Like, what would he be? 40?
Yeah, he was Elaine's boyfriend.
Yeah,
Actually, would you just say Putty?
Putty.
Oh yeah, that's Putty, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
What else has he been in? He's been in a bunch of things.
That show with David Spade,
Yeah,
Rules of Engagement.
Rules of Engagement.
Yeah.
I love David Spade, but some of those sitcoms are hard to watch.
Right.
Just Shoot Me was amazing.
Just shoot me.
And that was when like he had a bit of heat from SNL and was like, I could pretty much do anything. Like I could do movies, I could be in my own sitcom, and they just made him the side character, like the funny person.
Yeah.
And man, that was a good decision. I think that was such a funny show.
Did you watch that one?
I may have. I used to watch a lot of those shows when I was very young.
like
Just
a
like on in the
magazine or
background.
Yeah.
I was a bit too young for it. I
Yeah.
think I didn't really get it. I was like, "What is?"
It's really
what's
into
the dynamic
Becca.
here?
Becca's great.
Becca
Ted
was
Danson,
really
oh my
good.
gosh, she's
Yeah.
amazing.
All those shows, yeah, it's almost like maybe they're a bit forgotten. Just Shoot Me is a classic one of you just don't hear about. You don't hear about Becca too much. Just kind of in like the public discussion, talking about classic shows.
It's funny, like I watched a movie about the show. Oh, what? I don't even know the show. Is it I Love Lucy?
Right.
And Nicole Kidman's in the movie and plays Lucille Ball, and the movie was okay.
Yeah.
But I'm like, would they ever make like a biopic about Just Shoot Me? Like the behind the scenes of
I
these
could probably
shows.
play David Spade. I reckon.
Yeah. I think maybe Friends or Seinfeld, because they're so influential, they might
yeah,
get
of
like.
course.
Yeah.
But they've kind of trickled into pop culture and stuff in their own way.
Even things like, I guess a bit later, like 2.5 Men, stuff
But
like that.
then it's all the Charlie Sheen biopic would be amazing.
Yes. And that's where it's probably so
Yeah.
exciting.
What happened to Charlie Sheen? He was the hottest thing on earth for a minute when he was
Yeah.
like doing the meltdown, and then
Oh, yeah, of course.
it sucks. He did the meltdown, and then there's no like, all right, we're back up. You know what I mean?
It's like Britney Spears,
Yeah, but she's kind of fine now.
but I guess like just being forgotten a little bit. But people seem to be talking about her Instagram all the time. But you're meaning kind of like he was hot, always talked about, and he just kind of is forgotten about.
Not even forgotten. Just I feel like people remember him, but he didn't come out of that funk. Like he's like, everyone, I'm crazy on a bunch of cocaine, and I have tiger blood.
Yeah.
And then
And then he did
And
anger
then-
management on FX, and it didn't
Oh,
really take off.
he did another show.
He did a
after that.
TV
Oh,
show
really?
based on the film Anger Management,
Oh.
but had nothing to do with the film except for the title of it. And it was very similar to like 2.5 Men. Like it was just a 3-camera sitcom, laugh track, and Charlie Sheen.
I did love 2.5 Men when I was a kid. We were talking about.
We
this.
had a conversation. Let's get into this one a little bit. Like I have this idea of like classic TV versus like trashy sort of
who was
sitcom
it?
stuff.
Chuck Lorre did like Roseanne, Big Bang Theory, 2.5 Men, and a few other big shows.
Right.
I don't know if I found 2.5 Men actually funny, or there was just like always women in there. Do you know what I mean? And you could kind of watch that as a kid and not get in any trouble.
Oh, you're talking about like
Oh.
for sexual gratification.
I guess.
You like the female actors?
I
the
suppose
show.
so. Yeah.
I used to watch Sex and the City for that reason. To see women. Like, do you ever want to watch TV just to see women?
I had a big crush, and I really dislike her now,
Yeah.
but I had a big crush on Courtney Cox and loved watching Friends.
Oh
for her.
yeah. Courtney was the one over Jennifer Aniston, I think.
Ooh.
Yeah, I know it's a hard sell.
I'm a big Jen boy.
And when like Chandler got with Monica, I was like, oh, this is the best because like if Chandler can get with Monica, that means I can get with Monica.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, Monica's the worst character.
What is your favorite show? Would you say like TV show?
So many. Last time we spoke about music, and I think I tried to be too cool because I listened back and I'm like trying to like name my.
Oh, that was pretty cool. Yeah, I like to
hip-hop
get
artists.
like real. Just kind of. What do you think comes to mind? I almost want to do a revisit of both.
TV. I love 30 Rock. That would be like my absolute favorite show. And what I do is I hide it from myself for a while and then watch it.
Rewatch.
Yeah, rewatch.
You do a big rewatch.
Oh,
Nice. That's good.
But at university, because I was a mature age student, a lot of my friends were sort of younger girls, and they thought I was so funny, but then they watched 30 Rock, and they're like, a lot of what you're saying is just from 30 Rock. But yeah, that's definitely like my favorite show. And that's pretty old now.
I like that idea. You're friends with someone, they start watching 30 Rock, and you just have to like break up with them. You're like, yeah, I think we might have to see other people. You're gonna hate me soon.
They're like, Tim, we're going to the cafe. You coming? You're like, I'm coming. And they're like, I know what else you've been watching a lot of. Something. I'm trying to connect those dots. I can't quite get there.
There's something good there.
Yeah, 30 Rock's great. What's his name? Alec Baldwin in that.
That was his big comeback.
Oh my God.
He's so great. Just the way he speaks
So
in that
funny.
whisper. He's just such a weird, funny
So
human.
funny. Just like that like comedic humor. Like just the comedy acting.
Yeah.
It was great.
Simpsons is up there.
Simpsons is a classic one. I think everyone gets their sense of
Seinfeld,
humor.
of course.
Seinfeld's my
Friends I
favorite.
liked.
I'm just trying to get into The Sopranos.
Yeah,
Like 6 episodes in.
Really?
Yeah.
some comedians just rewatched it and were saying how good it is.
Yeah.
I've got to be in the right mood for that one. How many seasons is it?
6.
Only 6. That's not too bad.
And it's on
72
like
episodes.
HBO, or Showtime, so it will only be like a couple of episodes per season.
Ooh.
6. No, it's 72 episodes in total, so it must
Okay.
be like 13, 14
Yeah.
a season.
How are you finding it? Your episodes? I tried
It's
watching
so
Sopranos and I got bored.
It's so sick.
But I know
It's
how
so
it ends.
sick.
you
I can't
know?
stop watching it. I'm thinking about it throughout the
Really?
day. Yeah.
It's that good.
Yeah, he's just a maniac. Just a disassociation between, like, it's such a nice, like, character study, I think. Yeah. Yeah.
You ever watch Mindhunters?
No.
Oh, that's cool.
No, what's that? Oh, that
David
sounds familiar.
Fincher, yeah. It's based on a book about the behavioral science unit of the FBI that were sort of funded to do studies on serial killers to see if there was any patterns and then they could like stop people before they killed too many people. Yeah, it was cool. But it only got 2 seasons at Netflix, and because David Fincher was like running the whole thing and it was like draining.
Dang.
So they stopped it, but they're hopefully going to bring it back. Very good show.
Are you a guy that has to have a show that you're watching at that time?
I like to have something in the pocket. At the moment I'm watching The Rehearsal, but I'm really savoring it because it's so good.
What's The Rehearsal? I haven't heard about that.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
this
no.
is big on like TikTok and stuff.
Right.
So there was a show called Nathan For You.
Yes.
And so it's his sort of follow-up show.
Oh, you're kidding. What's this on?
HBO. So binge, yeah.
Oh, okay. So I can't. Yeah.
I can hook you up.
You can
I
get
a
a
password.
Yeah.
Is he the therapist?
What's The Therapist?
I thought that was the name of the show.
No, The Rehearsal.
Oh, The Rehearsal.
So yeah, it's like a documentary kind of thing.
Is it a comedy?
Yeah.
Oh,
But
dang, this sounds so good.
it's almost so conceptual. You're like, what's real and what's not.
I love that. I'm loving it already.
But I'm so happy that it's becoming like viral. People are posting about it on Instagram and TikTok and Facebook and the internet and whatnot. But it's so good. You know when things go viral and it's shit, you're like, why are we spending time on this? This is like, oh, it's amazing. But also, I think women are sort of fangirling over him and sort of saying like how cute he is and how quirky and funny he is. But he's an awkward dude.
Oh, yeah.
And you don't know if it's the character or not. Is it a character or is it him?
Yeah, of
It's really
course.
funny.
He seems like one of those dudes, though, that's kind of can't really switch it off.
Yeah.
He's just a strange dude.
Yeah.
I got to see this.
Because I know I haven't had a show for... My last show that I really loved was Superstore.
Yeah.
I loved Superstore. It was my
mates have been
favourite.
talking it up. Yeah.
Have you watched it?
I've watched an episode.
One
and-
episode, yeah.
Yeah. it was pretty far into the season, I think, or into the
Oh,
series.
you didn't watch the pilot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a. I find it's so similar. It's like a mix between Community and The Office, and they're the type of like shows I enjoy. That it is very like, you don't really have to think too much. Very addictive, very culty.
Yeah.
And you just kind of get obsessed over it after it.
They keep talking about this Community movie.
Oh wow, really?
Actually, this ties in nicely to what I
Oh.
was talking about.
Yeah,
before.
yeah.
Sausage Boys live podcast.
No, so yeah, it ties in nicely to Alison Bree. Is that her name?
Yes,
From
yes.
Community.
Who's
Beautiful.
married to Dave Franco.
Oh wow! Oh yeah, I remember that, and I was like, what a great couple. What two beautiful people.
It's kind of annoying. I wish she just ended up with kind of someone that wasn't handsome, just kind of nice looking, but not handsome.
I love it because it's like you don't find that often.
I think Dave Franco looks like a ratty version of James.
I would say the opposite.
Really?
I would say Dave Franco looks I don't know, maybe personally more attractive than
So
James
you're a
Franco.
Dave guy?
I'm a Dave guy. He's
You're a
kind of
Dave
like
guy?
like a sweeter version of James.
So you're a Dave guy, you're
Yeah.
a James guy.
I was a James guy.
and I'm
I've had to distance myself from him.
and I'm not into men, so
He got us. We'll admit defeat. He got us good. Okay, Alison Brie. What's she
Alison
done?
Brie. Yeah, speaking of like voice actors doing characters,
Oh, BoJack.
BoJack Horseman, she plays
Again,
Diane.
a Vietnamese woman.
Diane.
Yes,
Is
yes.
she allowed to do that?
Is she allowed to do that?
Can Alison Brie play mixed race? Isn't she? Yeah.
But she's like from Boston, or you know how all her brothers have those the crazy accents as
Yes.
But I mean, even for like, if you were going to take that side, just for pure representation's sake, she is very clearly, the character is of Vietnamese descent. Her
Yep.
last name is Nguyen.
Yeah.
Let's get this white, maybe Jewish girl to voice her.
well. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not saying the facts. I'm just asking questions.
Or is it enough to have like Vietnamese culture like represented in cartoons? Is that kind of because they don't really like mention it much?
Wouldn't it be nice just to
yeah.
have a strong female lead in a cartoon? Like, why does it have to be
Yeah.
Vietnamese? You know,
Nice.
Yeah.
why can't she just play?
Why can't she just be a
straight?
woman?
Yeah.
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 Why do I have to have my?
But she does play it straight. Like, she doesn't put on a voice or anything,
Yeah, there's no reference
No,
to
no, no.
her culture at
except
all.
the character.
Does
yeah.
it come down to the accent?
But there's no reference.
yeah.
There's literally no reference
Is
at
that
all.
worse? I'm just asking questions.
No, I like because it's so subtle. It's like, oh yeah, no, she's half Vietnamese. Bam, that's it.
That's what I was.
We're not even going to address it. I don't think it's addressed once.
I think I was talking. I might have been talking to you about She-Hulk. I'm a big Marvel guy, and
My roommate was watching this the other day.
Really, I haven't watched She-Hulk.
It looked horseshit.
it's
Really?
very. So She-Hulk can control her powers and turn into She-Hulk from the normal human thing. Took Bruce, who is the regular Hulk, like 20 years or something to finally be able to control it. And She-Hulk can just do it because women have so much suppressed anger. They're so good at controlling it.
Yeah.
And I'm watching it like, I would... Why has it got to be so on the nose? I could rep this so hard, but this is so on the nose. Like,
Yeah.
I would be eating out of the palm of the... Like, maybe I just can't understand it.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's the case. I think they're really shoving it down people's throats.
Yeah, that's what my roommate was saying.
Unsavory way.
Yeah.
Like there was a scene where she was twerking with Megan Thee Stallion,
Yeah.
which
I've
is
been
like
seeing that
become
one.
a meme.
Have you seen
Yeah.
the photos of them doing it, like the behind the scenes, and she's in
No.
like the morph suit and stuff?
No,
that would be
no.
great. I haven't seen
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, but that's easy to rep. It's just like, yeah, this is sick. This is girls being girls.
But like, look at 30 Rock.
Amazing.
Like,
Yeah,
it
she's just
doesn't
living
have
her
to do
life.
stuff like that.
you're
It's just a good
right.
show.
Yeah,
And her
with
partner-
a female lead. Yeah.
And Tina Fey's
Wow.
partner in 30 Rock she's the breadwinner. He's
yeah,
just
James
like
Matheson plays her
wow.
partner.
and
yeah.
it's just beautiful. You don't second guess it.
Yeah, they make a lot of jokes of like, I guess how some blokes are pretty deadbeat and stuff, and women just do what they got to do.
It's just subtle.
Yeah.
It's subtle. It's not shoved down your throat.
Yes. Just make
Well,
it
it's
subtle.
it's comedic though as well. So sometimes
Yeah.
Tina Fey plays the dumb person, the silly person, the smart person.
It shows that people are multi-dimensional.
Yeah, it has flaws and.
Yeah. All right.
Here we go. You're about to get into something good. I can feel it.
So
I'm guessing She-Hulk is perfect.
no, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad.
As in the character can't do any wrong.
Yeah, and that's what I was about to say.
That's the issue. That's not a good TV show.
People are multi-dimensional, and yes, women kick ass, but they do everything else. They don't just kick ass. Just like everyone doesn't always kick ass.
Yeah.
It was never meant to be men just kick ass. Think about any movie with a guy in it. There's like Rambo. And it's like, yeah, all right, let's fucking idolize Rambo. This is someone with PTSD.
Yes.
Who is completely fucked up. Or there's Rocky who is like these people are not the ultimate people. They're flawed. And then
Apart from The Rock, all the Rock movies, he's just this badass who's kicking ass. And there's not much more to it. He's just there to save his family. Yeah, people could potentially be like, dude, why does he have to kick ass so much? Why can't he have why can't he be multidimensional? Why can't he fail? Why does he always just... He's just this great dude who just saves his family.
But I don't think he's necessarily displaying and flaunting masculine traits.
He is.
No, they're human traits, which is bravery.
But tied into masculinity, like, I'm a man, I'm going to save my wife. Because that's what men do. And
What about if in First Blood, Rambo had access to the therapists from The Sopranos?
That's good.
That would be good.
That would be good.
Damn, The Sopranos is lit.
Also, 2.5 Men. Charlie Sheen has a therapist in it, and it's Jane Lynch.
Oh, Jane Lynch is fucking lit, I think.
But isn't it funny that that's like a new sort of comedic thing? It's like, okay, the character goes to therapy. What can we do with it? It's like a device.
Who's the therapist going to be? Like, we're making a movie, we have our lead, and like the therapist is like Lachlan McAllister.
Oh.
Yeah, they go...
Do you know what I mean?
Well,
Like,
You go to like a Warner Brothers and you're pitching a movie and they're
Yeah.
like, yes, so this person does da-da-da-da, that's great.
Who's
and
the
then
therapist?
the therapist is going to be called a woman called Sonjan Wu, and she's going to be played by Alison Brie. Okay. How have you been going? There we go.
Hey!
Hey!
Bumping mics. Louis C.K. plays a therapist in the new Joe List film.
Have you seen it yet?
No.
I've got it. I've purchased it.
I'm going to buy it tonight.
you have?
Yeah.
Finn Padman and I want to watch it. We're big Joe List fans, so we'll watch it together.
Nice.
And, we'll let you know what we think. But yeah, it's cool to see Louis doing some stuff. I bought tickets to the show.
Same.
Yeah, I
A
got
few
tickets to
people
the
aren't
show.
too happy about it.
Who? You've had a bit of backlash.
Well, it's funny. I'll just say, you know, there's people in the Sydney scene that have done much worse.
Ooh.
And we're doing...
Ooh.
Well, I've done worse. You know, we're all flawed.
Ooh.
Wait, what? No, you haven't done worse. You haven't done worse than
You
me.
don't fucking know me, right?
I love that. Just throwing something in. Yeah, Bill Cosby did bad things. Yeah, I've done worse.
Have you seen when...
You've done worse. You've done worse. And you've done worse.
Have you seen Stephen Colbert interview Jerry Seinfeld and Stephen Colbert goes, do you think you can still listen to Cosby records and enjoy them? And Jerry's like, yeah, no, you can separate the person from the
Jerry's
comedy.
great.
And then
Yeah.
Stephen Colbert's like, no, you can't. And then Jerry's like, yeah, you're right. He just like caves in. He's like, yeah, you're right. It's pretty bad. You can't come back from that.
Yeah. I was
Dang.
wondering whether or not, because I know my boss at work's a big comedy fan. I was wondering if I should even mention it to him.
Wait,
Oh yeah, you
Cosby?
comedy fan. Going to see Louis.
Louis, yeah.
Yeah, yes. So I was like, is that even worth doing?
It's a tricky one because you're just up against like a potential disagreement.
But we're gonna have the greatest
Huge fundamental thing.
Isn't it crazy? We're gonna have the greatest time in the world. So
Yeah.
Karim and I are going.
Yeah.
It's like we're gonna have the greatest time in the world.
The Monday show?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll be there.
I don't know what day it is.
No, me either.
I got shit tickets, though, like shit seats. I think everyone
Same,
got really
'cause that was
bad
just a
mezzanine
pre-sale.
Oh, yeah.
seats,
You just rushed.
They'll be good though. I think they're actually good in a theater.
State Theatre as well would be cool.
Yes.
Yeah, nice and intimate, which is
For-
so
for Louis,
surprising.
yeah.
Literally. Because
like-
apparently he's doing like a stadium in Brisbane. 'Cause
Yeah.
He's probably like picked the market. He's like, okay, I don't know if I'm going to sell in Sydney, but yeah, okay, Brisbane, let's do a stadium. We're fine.
Well, it'd be harder to sell in Brisbane than Sydney.
I think Brisbane people aren't going to be so worried about what he did. I feel there's the trend of every Brisbane person's like, oh yeah, it's going to be like with you. I've done way worse.
The Maroons have done way worse on it.
Yeah, literally on an average weekend. Do you know what I mean? Like
He doesn't want to do Asa here because there are too many doors to try and block off.
A lot of people are doing the old like, oh, you know, wear your poncho if you're in the front row.
Oh, Jay, if we were actually funny, you just come in ponchos. You would literally just you commit to that bit like it's actually funny.
Is it?
It's hilarious because it's the worst thing you could do. Like it's so hacky and bad, but it's so we just come with like umbrellas. It's just so good.
You're like heckling like Louis, I love you. I do that too. So I don't know something. But he's the funniest. He might be the funniest guy in the world
of all time.
Would have gone out as one of the best if this hadn't have happened.
I think he still will.
Yeah. He got a Grammy.
I feel like Bill Burr, when it all went down, Bill Burr had a huge bump up, and I'm not sure if that was hard.
What's this whole thing out?
I think Albanese's doing a great job.
Oh, it's working again. It's literally working again.
But we are over an hour anyway,
so
maybe just to cover our backs, we can
get towards wrapping it off. Yeah.
When Sausage Boys live?
Sausage Boys live is on the 25th of this month.
September.
Yes. It's in like a few weeks.
Would have been cool if we could have done it on September 11.
Oh, it'd be great. Yeah. And we come in with
tribute show.
We come in with ponchos and it's like something about this isn't Louis. I kind of got the jokes confused.
And then also, if we do it on that date, either if we bomb or we kill, we're kind of on theme.
How about this? We have it on 9/11 and we don't turn up. We oversleep. That could be really good. And everyone's like, where are they?
Or one of you comes as the North Sausage.
One of us comes as jet fuel can't melt steel beams. There we go. We're actually out of the woods.
Oh, we are out of the woods and it's still going. Yeah.
Hell yeah, doggy.
Nice.
But I'm happy to wrap it up because I feel like I've offended a lot of people in this podcast.
Oh, no. Literally not at all.
This is good. If anyone's listening past around minute 40.
Yeah.
Gotta leave it
we got told that our podcast we should do like half an hour of serious chat and then the last like 20 minutes you can do whatever you want.
We can say the N-word.
It's what Jimmy Kimmel used to do. Like he would start strong and then do experimental stuff at the tail end of the show.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, that's nice.
Because no one's going to watch that far. Wow, I actually really like that idea.
Can you imagine, you know how now like you're going to bed and you're up at like 1 a.m. for some weird reason and you're on your phone? Imagine being around when the late night talk shows are on and you're just sitting watching a late night talk show and that's your entertainment. And you're
Carson Daly doing the like 1:30 a.m. shift.
I used to watch the Colbert Report.
Well, that was in America.
Yeah, that was my whole thing when it was getting very late.
But that was only in America. That show was on at like 11:30.
Yeah,
like Daily Show was I think 11.
Oh right.
What about there's a late night show and it's on at like 3 a.m.
Yeah.
It's just for the real pieces of shit. The guy hosting is just like a fat alcoholic with a cocaine problem. He's just eating pizza. He's just talking to cockroaches in his apartment.
But in Australia, we have like Sidekick TV and Game Show TV. Like they produce it like overseas, and it's like how many triangles in this picture, and you call up and try and win like $200.
It's still about old television.
So
that's still happening right now.
Still happening. Yeah.
That's not a picture. That's your balls.
Do you guys like talkback radio and stuff?
I don't listen to much radio. To be honest.
Late night talkback radio is great. Yeah.
Right. Like, what are some good ones?
Well, I listen to a lot of 2GB. There's a guy called Michael McLaren that does the longest overnight shift. I think it's midnight to 5:30 a.m.
Goodness gracious.
And
wow,
he's so good.
Yeah.
He was kind of tipped to be Alan Jones's replacement kind of thing. He's that good.
Yeah.
But he's got the worst shift in radio.
Gosh.
But I think he kind of just loves it and just smashes it. But yeah, if you can't sleep, turn that on. It's quite entertaining. Really? And all the callers they get are really funny.
What makes it talk back?
Well, people call in and can have their say.
I used to listen to a lot when I worked in a bottle shop doing like packing downstairs. Yeah. There's something really nice about it.
Knowing other people are awake, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool. I just bought like a little.
I'm so fucking sad, man.
There's
What
something very
is the
human.
capital of Cuba?
There's something very human about it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, you're not alone.
Yeah.
It's the whole idea. Like, even you had at any time, like, you have the Hamish and Andy back in the day when you were driving in. It's like, oh yeah, I got my boys with me.
Yeah.
They're also in this with me on my drive to work.
Yeah, that's me with podcasts now.
Who are your boys?
your
Who are your
boys with
podcast
you.
boys?
Matt and Shane's.
Oh yeah. Did you see Shane when he came?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you go see
Who
him?
opened for him?
Matt.
and some other who's the other?
Crookshank?
Crookshank.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Crookshank, yeah.
Which is very funny.
Yeah.
But you got to have your boys, especially if you're doing kind of a job which you don't really love.
Yeah.
You got to have your boys along with you
Okay.
to help you with the ride.
You ever listen to the Body Surf podcast?
You might start
Might have
listening to
to.
it. You might have those boys.
We had Finn Padman on recently. Really good
Ooh.
episode because
Wow.
Finn was like a Grom surfer.
Oh, he was.
Yeah.
He was.
Yeah. True. Yeah, we got into that.
Yeah.
Was it funny?
Yeah, he's funny. So
Yeah, sick.
Finn and I are sort of thinking, what could we do together? I really want to be in a comedy duo with Finn. I think that would be fun.
On stage.
Yeah. He doesn't want to do it.
What would you call it? What would you call yourselves?
Well, you know Crowded House? It's like the Finn brothers. We could be Tim and Finn.
Nice.
But we're thinking about doing some stuff together, and it was fun just to do a podcast, and we kind of did it in the same style of Norm Macdonald's show, you know, his YouTube show and then his Netflix show.
Right.
So we had like a cold open, then just interview, and then we did jokes at the end. We did 3 jokes off cards at the end. It was really, really
Dang, I
fun.
want to give you a joke off card.
Oh
Yeah. Should we end this show with a joke?
Yeah. Let's end
Yeah,
the show.
yeah, let's do
end
it.
The show with a
Alright.
joke. We didn't do a joke each.
All
Oh dang.
right, what are we going to do? We'll all get a joke up and pass it around?
We'll get a joke up and we're gonna do each other's joke.
Oh, I
Yeah.
don't have anything written out long form. I just have dot points.
Let's do it. Let's do a one liner. We have to read each other's one liner. I'm gonna have to do mine on Jackson's phone.
All right. Here this view.
Oh, you want me to read this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is actually a very funny idea. Doing it now.
I can only watch porn the opposite of whoever is I'm having sex with at the time. That's why at the moment I can only watch porn with adults in it.
I might quickly write one down while you.
Yeah, this is good radio. Yeah, so The Sopranos is good. I've been watching that. Just stick around.
Do you want to read that
Yeah,
one?
yeah,
Just
yeah.
the top line.
Just the top one. I've got a neck like DCH Dick. I don't know what DCH Dick is.
Daily Cherry Evans. I don't know why it says DCH. It should be DCE.
I've got a... What's his neck like?
It's thin.
Oh, nice. All right. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Who's reading this?
Who's gonna read this one? Yeah, I want Tim to read this
Oh.
one. This could be fun.
All right, so I went...
Okay, yeah.
The top one?
I went.
this one.
I went to the library recently and I put a Bible in the Holocaust section because it's not real and never happened. It's a good way to finish.
That is a nice way
We've
to
come
finish.
full circle.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
I put 9/11 books in the fiction area.
There we go.
All right, thank you so much for coming on.
Oh,
Tim.
thanks for having
Thank
me.
you.
And we're doing the Body Surf podcast soon. We're doing a live one. Oh, don't worry.
No,
one's
shout
coming.
it out.
No. Yeah,
16.
we're gonna come.
Are you guys going to come?
We might.
Oh, cool.
We might.
We'll
We
see you
might.
there.
How much are tickets?
Oh,
you'll
comp your boys.
You'll get us in. You'll get us in. No, I like that. Yeah. And we do have the live podcast, everyone, on the 25th of this month. 25th of September.
I'm
Please
looking
come
forward
out.
to that. That's going to be sick.
Hell yeah,
No.
boys.
All right, bye.
Yeah. Peace out.